Good morning, beloved saints. I wanted to share this. I'm still talking about friendship this week in our daily gospel message, but I'm in Proverbs again today. I laugh at this one because last time it happened, I'm so grumpy when I haven't had rest and somebody comes to my house and they're yelling, making noise, talking this through in my ear. I haven't even. Plus, I wake up in pain, so it's like I'm really grumpy, and sometimes I have to really say, "You need to give me You need to give me 10 minutes. I need to take my meds and move around, get rid of this pain, and I can't wake up with just in my ear loud." But this is funny because it's exactly true. Listen to this one. It's verse 14 in I think it's chapter 27 of Proverbs. He that blesseth his friend with a loud voice, rising early in the morning, it shall be counted a curse to him. You're going to bless me with a visit and then yell. Yeah, you're going to make your friend want to curse you, all right. It's close to it, but I just like the way that's said. I'll read it again. He that blesseth his friend with a loud voice, rising early in the morning, it shall be counted a curse to him. I like verse 9. I wanted to read this one about friendship. Ointment and perfume rejoice the heart. So doth the sweetness of a man's friend by hearty counsel. So when someone really listens to your issue and considers your personal situation and gives you wise advice based on something very personal like that, someone that knows you, not just a general thing, it does help you rejoice. It's a way of working through an issue. And this is the section I believe Paul's quoting, right? About the iron sharpening iron. And it's about friends. So if we go down to, let me see if I could find it. So with that being said, let me go down to that one. It's, it is, here it is. Verse 17. Iron sharpeneth iron. So a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. I love that. Going back and forth with one another, discussing things with this mind of reason that God has given us. It's such an amazing thing. And it can bring solution. And iron sharpening iron with the scriptures, that's brilliant. That surely brings a change to the countenance on my face. That's true. As in water, face answereth to face. Answereth. See, I was talking earlier about the F's making me feel like I have a lisp. As in water, face answereth to. I did it again. Face answereth to face. So the heart of man to man. So it's better to connect with someone when you're looking face to face with them. You can reach their heart. You can reach them so much better when you're looking into somebody's eyes face to face. That's why, you know, the police don't like to give bad news. The military doesn't like to give bad news in a phone call. They come to give you the respect to bear it with you when they bring you bad news. And there's one more verse that I like. So I'll start back where it says, ointment and perfume rejoice the heart. So does the sweetness of a man's friend by hearty counsel. And the next one is, thine own friend and thy father's friend forsake not. Neither go into thy brother's house in the day of thy calamity. For better is a neighbor that is near than a brother far off. So, thine own friend and thy father's friend forsake not. Neither go into thy brother's house in the day of thy calamity. For better is a neighbor that is near than a brother far off. So, to me, it can mean a couple of things. And the one way people probably aren't thinking this means it is when it says, neither go into thy brother's house in the day of thy calamity. For better is a neighbor that is near than a brother far off. So, this proverb, when it says, for better is a neighbor that is near than a brother far off, I mean, simply it's just saying it's better that it doesn't really matter how close emotionally someone is. When there is something, a drastic thing, a trauma, a calamity, uh, just being present is what is needed. It's whosoever is nearby, if they are willing to assist, it's better. Because when there's something horrific happening, people need support right then. So it's better that a neighbor is near than a brother far off. So it could you could apply this emotionally as well. But for instance, let me say this: when I try to use things I go through. When our house burned down, I didn't wait and call somebody in my family for help. My neighbor next door ran over and kicked the door in and helped us and bought a phone so that we'd be able to call our insurance. And, it was better that a neighbor was near in this calamity than a brother far off. Because when something terrible happens, I recently saw someone on a porch that had just gotten the news of a family member dying, and they collapsed on the porch, and the mailman or the mail lady just came back and hugged them and held them so that they would have support. And so when there is something tragic, something, a tragedy, a calamity, something that's really sudden, that's difficult, it is just be present. Whoever is present is to not be alone is the good thing. Um, when it says, thine own friend and thy father's friend forsake not, neither go into thy brother's house in the day of thy calamity. For better is a neighbor that is near. Yeah, it's about present help. Present help, absolutely. Is right after the one I gave you that was 9. 9 was ointment and perfume rejoice the heart. So doth the sweetness of a man's friend by hearty counsel. Now that continues here. Thine own friend and thy father's friend forsake not. Neither go into thy brother's house in the day of thy calamity. For better is a neighbor that is near than a brother far off. So when it says thine own friend and thy father's friend forsake not. Now, odds are a father's friend, if someone has been faithful to your father, to your family, odds are they've either seen you grow up, they've been faithful to him, and they're going to have affection for you, which means their character in being faithful to your father all those years shows you they're a reliable asset and a friend to have. Don't forsake your father's friend. If your father passes on and he has a good friend, that person's grieving. They lost too. Don't forsake them. Don't let them feel left out and lost and gone. He's proven his loyalty and his kindness, and he will serve as a wonderful friend to you as well. And because of what he's done for your own father, you should be a good friend to them. So I think that's very wise counsel on Solomon's part. And there's some heavier stuff there about the brother being near and far. That I see, but it would be a whole conversation. And I started to do it and I cut it. But in general, if we want to take this just in a literal way, it's better to have someone right there than someone really far away that can't help you. Because it's better to have a neighbor next door than a brother 10 miles away. So that's all it's saying. Present help is good. Period. No matter who it is. Okay, you guys. Have a happy over the hump day. God bless you.